name is Sarika. I am going into my fourth year, and I'm in the management stream. Is Our Lady of Mount Carmel Secondary School. It is in Mississauga. I chose EUC because of the community. It was really welcoming, actually, and there was a lot going on at the time. I didn't really know whether I wanted to go into a science field or go into an arts field, because I thought that I didn't really have a science option when I was in grade 12. And then I found EUC, and it was like, that's it, that's where I'm going. There was no other choice. For the longest time, I've wanted to do marine biology and study the ocean, but I thought that EUC would be a better fit because I get the social aspect of the environment and the physical aspect of the environment. So those two combined interests is what pushed me to go to EUC. Me personally, it wasn't that big of a transition. My grade 12 year was a lot like university in the sense that a lot of my teachers did lecture style lessons, and the biggest challenge was probably finding where to go because the campus was pretty big, and figuring out how to get there, like transit, bus systems, all that kind of stuff, was the hardest part of my transition. Give any advice to first year students, it would probably be to manage your time. You have a lot of readings, a lot of assignments, but everything is given to you on your first day of class. You have a syllabus, so make sure that you follow your syllabus and don't fall behind. What services I used in my first year were mainly the writing center. The university writing style is a lot different than what we learned in high school. So for a lot of classes that use different writing styles that I wasn't used to, for example, one of my history courses, I went to the writing center a lot to make sure that I was writing the correct way. Experiences I've had at EUC and York would probably be, well, one, being a peer mentor because the community is great. Two, learning about leaf decomposition, where we did an actual lab where we went out into the forests or the woodlots on campus. And we did this thing called an Indian bus tour in my second year, where we actually went on a field trip and got to learn about all the Indigenous landmarks and history in Toronto. I think the best part of York's campus life is how multicultural it is. I don't think I've ever felt really out of place or uncomfortable when I'm on campus. And there is so many food opportunities. You can eat a lot of different kinds of food on campus, and it's not like you have to eat the same thing every single day. Like, you could go to a different place like every day of the month and you'll have something different to eat. Favorite place to study on campus, like by myself or with my friends, is at the lounge in the Health, Nursing, and Environmental Studies building. You can do whatever pretty much there, like to hang out, study, eat while you're studying, and have really good conversations. So that's probably my favorite place. My favorite elective that I took was called Gods and Humans. It's a humanities course, and the professor was great, and even though it was online, he was really accommodating, and we even had snack and drink sessions where we'd sit down on a Zoom call at night and just have conversations. It was definitely my favorite elective. It would be, make sure you understand your schedule when everything's due, because you're not going to be going to class with a reminder for your assignment or talking to your friends as often as you would, or kind of sitting down together making sure you get things done. So it's just basically staying on task and trying to find some sort of motivation to keep pushing through. Part of EUC and York is the community. In EUC, you kind of just know everyone. You kind of go through all your years together. You guys are all doing the same assignments to each other in class, have the same tutorials, and it's very comforting because you don't ever feel like you're by yourself. So that's definitely my favorite part of EUC. I think that my BS degree will be extremely useful in the future, especially the way global warming is going and climate change. I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities and doors open once I graduate to be able to do the things that I want to do. So my future plans in terms of careers is either a marine biologist or a marine ecologist, whether it's dealing with the ocean at a biological level or working towards stopping our impact on the ocean.